What is the beef? Cameron here. Welcome to the Chef Fit Show. This is episode number 3. And the idea of this show is to basically spread and show you the stories of chefs who are probably in, readjust my camera here, show you the stories of chefs who are in your position. You know, guys who were struggling before, joined Chef Fit, got insane results as, you know, they went through the program and saw some very, very big changes in their life. So the idea is to share those stories with anyone watching this. So today, I have one of my star pupils. I have a dude who has really pushed the last couple of weeks and overcome a lot of adversity, overcome being sick during the challenge, overcome a lot of things, and has still come out the other side with some serious results to show everyone. So without further ado, dude, give us an introduction. Who are you? What do you do?
What's up? My name is Carlos. I'm from Mexico City, and I'm in Dublin like everybody here for learning English. And also, by the way, I'm the head chef of the 57 The Headline, where we are doing traditional Irish food. Such a great task to sort it out for a Mexican chef, but even though all the stuff around the chef or being a chef, I've been a chef like for 9 years, and most all of us, we are crazy, and we are crazy and stressed because of the work. We are perfectionists in many ways, and one thing that we uh, left down in our personal lives, it is our own weight. We are losing the way in our own persons, and we we cook really good food. Most of the time we eat shit with the quick thing, takeaways, drinking Red Bull or beer or wherever after shifts, after really long shifts. And this is the the crack with the Chef Fit challenge. It's coming back to the basics. It's coming back to look after ourselves before of all. And when you start doing this, little by little, all your stress goes absolutely out. Your energy levels goes rise a lot, and you start doing and enjoying what you do, that the kitchen stuff, even after shifts of 12, 16 hours, you still feel great. You still having good food, healthy food, plenty of water. That's the crack.
Yeah,
The
man.
water keeps your body really um in good how can I say that, in a good motion, in a good
Yeah,
mood.
it functions properly, you know.
Yeah.
100%, man, 100%. And you've summed it up very, very well there. Let's, Carlos, let's take it back a step now. So you've obviously explained an overall view, but let's really get into it. So for you, man, like before you even stepped into the challenge, like tell us where you were at. How did you feel at that stage? Like, how did you feel about yourself? How did you feel about your health? Like, what had happened to get you to the point where it's like, fuck, I need to change. I need to do something.
Yeah, actually, when before I start this challenge, I was feeling like a shit in my body weight. I was looking at my at the mirror, and the person who was there, it wasn't me. It wasn't uh, I realized that I lose the control of my uh, own or my personal fitness. So all this comes in depression, lots of anxiety, and even in my work, I wasn't enjoy what I was doing,
Yeah,
because my feelings, it was shit as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was the point where I start when decide to get into the Chef Fit challenge.
Mm,
That was the crack that makes me uh, take the responsibility in my own hands and start uh, doing this show, you know.
Yeah, big time, man, big time. And
Yeah.
that was the point where I was like, fuck, I've got to do something. So for you, man, when you started the challenge and you stepped in, like having finished the challenge, what were the big results? Like what change? What weight did you lose? What changed with your energy? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the first stuff and change, it was the takeaways stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I stopped and cut it off all the shit food in my life, in the first week it was like, in the first couple of weeks it was like 4 kg less. So what, it was really impressive because it was no shit food and no alcohol. So that
Jesus.
makes the first big difference.
Yeah, big time.
So like, and I realized like 80 or 70% of all these things becomes of how we feed ourselves, you know.
Mm.
So food, drink plenty of water, all these things that are the key to start losing uh, in a proper way weight. So
Yeah, big time. And how much weight did you end up losing then over the course of 4 or 5 weeks, Carlos?
over the after feeling sick and after all these things, I finished with 6 kg less, but
Yeah,
energy goes skyrocketing, and it's still doing good, you know.
yeah, big time. And still doing it and still pushing ahead. Like I think for a lot of people, and in your own mind, like what were your targets or what was your goal for the challenge coming in?
First of all, try to give up of all those bad habits. That was
Mm,
the first one, because I realized that I was pressured by my bad habits all the time, and I was finish my shift, go for some drinks, and before go bed, go for a takeaway for a kebab,
yeah,
and it was like that's no point. I couldn't sleep well. I couldn't wake me up rested and ready for the day after. No, no, no. It was really bad.
yeah.
And even still doing the school, and after the school going to work, and after the work,
Fucking
it was,
nightmare.
yeah, it was a nightmare. Yeah.
Jesus, man. Yeah. And to kind of see the change in yourself, like weight is always going to be one thing, energy levels are going to be another thing. But I think the powerful results of all of this, because if you can put this into place, everything changes. And this is what I said to you at the start. If you can change your habits and you can change your routine, then you change who you are. And if you change who you are, that is the key to permanent change. Like what you're saying to me there, it's like, yes, you lost 6 kilos. Yes, you've got energy and all of these things, and they're amazing and they're great achievements. But those things happened because you, Carlos, you looked at what was happening in your routine. You looked what was happening every single day, and it was like, cool. Well, if I go for a pint and I go for a kebab and I sleep like shit and I don't drink water and I don't do any of these things, my life is terrible. Like my life doesn't, I'm not happy with what I'm doing. I'm not happy with how I feel. So the first thing that you did, man, was change your ritual. What's your ritual? Finish work, make sure you've had your water, eat your 3 meals, and go to fucking bed. You know, and it's not that you have to do this all the time, but the fact is you've done it enough. You've done it enough that now you're permanently there. You're never really going to go back to the same shit because you know how it makes you feel. So dead right, man. I think it's like doing all of these things consistently and doing basic things well is the thing that really changes, you know, where how your body looks, how your body feels, and everything on top of that. So now, man, I totally get that, and I think you're a very good example of someone who followed the process and really, really committed to it. You know. Now, let me ask you this, and the last two things would be: first off, what did you try before? What did you try before, and how does it compare to what you did for the past month?
For example, I've been in the gym at the gym uh, like since 3 or 4 months ago, but it's really hard going by your own. So the main thing that make a really change in this Chef It challenge is the tribe, the community, because you realize there that you're not alone, that you're not the the only man who tried to do something for himself, and all this group of people who has the same struggling as well. They makes you feel better. And even in some of the posts that I said, oh, I'm sick and I'm gonna try to get my workout done for tomorrow. Somebody is there asking for, hey, how you feel? Now you
Mm,
feel good? Oh, let's go, champ, and and you can do it. You know what I mean? So it's that is the point. There is where there are all the difference. All the
mm,
differences goes right there in the tribe, in the community, in the people who is looking what you are doing
yeah, big time.
by Facebook, by group, and that's amazing. That's the big difference.
I think to kind of add to that point, the tribe, like here, I think a very common thing with a lot of chefs is they kind of think you're weird if you're trying to be healthy or you're trying to be fit. Like there's this mentality of like it has to be like your life has to be negative. Your life has to be fucking really difficult. Every day has to be insanely stressful and it's all fucking cigarettes, booze and fucking drugs. And the reality is it doesn't have to be like that, you know? Yeah, sure, sometimes it's cool to fucking go for a couple of drinks, but like your life suffers massively as a result. And I think, as you said there, that you touched on a really good point, is that you're surrounded by people who are doing something for themselves. Do you know what I mean? And it's
Yes.
like you've put yourself in a group of people who are in the same position as you, and they have the same pain that you have. And because you have the same pain, the same struggle, you will push each other to get out of that pain and become successful. You know, and that's what I think has been so special here is like you've put people in this container, chefs in this container, and now like you guys are pushing each other more than ever. Like you're pushing each other more than if you were doing it by yourself, far more. And I think that's been very, very powerful. And it's probably got a lot of us, myself included, through shit times or through hard times. Like you push and you push and you push, and you don't just do it for yourself, you do it for the tribe, you know? And I think that's probably one of the most powerful tools that is really part of Chef Fit. Now, Carlos, the last question I would have for you, man. So
Yep.
for any chefs that are watching this that are on the fence right now, that are kind of not sure about joining, or they're not sure about what they should do to sort out their health, their fitness, and how they're feeling in general, like what would your advice be to any chef who's in that position, who doesn't really know if it's for them, doesn't really know if they should join something like Chef Fit? What's your advice?
Basically, my advice it's that we have the power in our hands, but when we do in a tribe, in a community like Chef It Challenge, this it'll be 100% better, too much better. So my advice it's basically take that power, take that all that stuff that you have in ourselves, and let's go do it for your life, for your family, for live a better life and feel better with your body. That's it.
Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Take ownership, take responsibility, and you have the power to fucking do it, man. That's the
Yeah,
key, you know?
that's all.
That's it, folks. That is it. All right, cool. Folks, that was episode 3. Again, if you are looking to get yourself together, as the man said, the Chef Fit community is now open. All right. So we're running a trial where you can step in, you can join our community for a month, see if Chef Fit's for you, see the results. And after that, if you're happy, then then you jump on in for a 90-day challenge. But before that, you get to actually try it out. But I guarantee that, as a lot of the guys have talked about already, it's like once you get in and you experience being part of the tribe and you start to see the power and the results that are possible, like there'll be no question of whether you want to commit or not. I guarantee it'll be there. So again, do as the guys kind of said, take the responsibility, and you have the power to change things. So this is your opportunity. Again, the trial is there for anyone that wants it. And to my man, Carlos, thank you so much, man. That was a seriously cool story to hear, and a great message that a lot of chefs need to hear. So nice one for that. All right, folks, be good.